Welcome students. My name is Pratiksha Marathe, Assistant Professor from Government College Cape. So today's program is Bachelor of Science 3rd year. Subject is Botany, Semester 6. Course code is BOC 109. Course title is Molecular Biology and Genetic Engineering. Title of unit is Recombinant DNA Technology. Module name is Definition of Gene and Recombinant DNA and Steps in Genetic Engineering. Outline: Definition of Gene, Definition of Recombinant DNA, Steps in Genetic Engineering. Learning outcomes: defines gene, defines recombinant DNA, describes recombinant DNA technology, elaborates steps in genetic engineering. Gene is basically made up of a primary sequences which codes for the different enzymes and the proteins. Definition of gene: a gene is all the DNA that encodes the primary sequence of some final gene product, which can be either a polypeptide or an RNA with a structural or catalytic function. So basically we have a DNA which is made up of many amino sequences. After the transcription, the mRNA is being made. So this mRNA, after the translation, it codes for the different proteins. So this polypeptide basically, which is bound together by the peptide bond, it codes for the different enzymes and the proteins. Recombinant DNA. Recombinant DNA or also abbreviated as the rDNA, these are the molecules which are found by the laboratory methods of genetic recombination that brings together genetic material from multiple sources, creating sequences that would not otherwise be found in the genome. It is a piece of DNA that has been created by combining at least two fragments from two different sources. Genetic engineering. Genetic engineering, it is a broad term referring to manipulation of an organism's nucleic acid, which can be RNA or DNA. Organisms whose genes have been artificially altered for a desired effect is often called genetically modified organisms or GMO. Recombinant DNA technology is used to cut a known DNA sequences from one organism and introduce it into another organism, thereby altering the genotype, hence also the phenotype of the recipient. Steps in genetic engineering. So there are basically various steps which needs to be followed in the genetic engineering. So the first step, it is the isolation of DNA of interest. So first we need to identify the genes or the genes which we are interested in. So these genes are basically, they are the target DNA. So this target DNA will be having your gene of interest. So in cloning gene, it is helpful to use a cloning vector. So what is this vector? So this vector, it can be a plasmid or a virus. So this vector, it is capable of independent replication that will stably carry the target DNA from one location to the another. So the plasmid vectors, they are available from both the bacteria and the yeast. So the second step in the genetic engineering, it is cutting off DNA with the restriction endonucleases. So this restriction endonucleases, these are the enzymes which cuts the DNA at a specific sequences. So if you have a target DNA which will having your gene of interest, and next you have a vector, for example the plasmid vector. So you have to treat the target DNA and the plasmid with the same restriction endonucleases. For example, we have the EcoR1. So this EcoR1 restriction endonuclease, it is being isolated from the bacteria E. coli. So after treating this target DNA and the plasmid DNA with this restriction endonucleases, this endonucleases, it will go and bind at the specific sequences. Those are the short sequences about 4 to 8 base pair long. So they will cleave the phosphodiester bond. For example, if you have a plasmid DNA, so it will cleave this bond. It will cleave the bond. Next, the target DNA. Again, it will be cleaved by the restriction endonucleases, and you will get the DNA fragments which will be formed. So the third step in the genetic engineering, it is now combining the target and the vector DNA. So the target DNA we have, we have the fragments, that is the DNA fragments we have, and we have a cleaved plasmid DNA. So next is the ligating them together. So for this we require an enzyme called as the ligase enzyme. So what this ligase enzyme basically does is it creates the bond between the two fragments. So it basically causes the annealing process. So the covalent bonds between the sugar phosphate backbone, it is being ligated together by this ligase enzyme. So you have the plasmid DNA plus the DNA fragments which are formed and which have the sticky ends which are being produced. They will be ligated together, and you have now the complete recombinant DNA which is being formed by this use of this ligase enzyme. So this results in this creation of recombinant DNA, that is the DNA molecules that can contain the DNA from two or more sources, and they can also be known as the chimeras. So the fourth step in this genetic engineering, it is the introduction of the recombinant DNA into the host cell. So the chimera is then introduced into its host, that is for example a bacterium, by various methods. Vectors carrying the genes must be incorporated into the living cells so that they can be expressed or replicated. The cells receiving the vector is called the host cell, and once the vector is successfully incorporated into the host cell, the host is said to be transformed. So there are various methods by which the recombinant DNA can be introduced into the host cell. So the first method is called as the heat shock, wherein the chimera plasmids are placed in a solution containing the cold calcium chloride and the normal host bacteria. So on heating suddenly to 42 degrees Celsius for about 2 to 5 minutes, the host bacterial membranes, they become permeable to plasmid chimeras which pass into the cell. Second method is the electroporation. The host cells are subjected to a high voltage pulse which temporarily disrupts the membrane and allow the vector to enter the cell. So the third method is by using the viruses. Since the viruses, they have mechanism to infect susceptible cell and replicate themselves, a genetically engineered virus can deliver desired DNA sequence into the target host cell. So the fourth method is the gene gun, wherein gold particles coated with the foreign DNA segments are fired into the host cell. And the fifth mechanism, it is by the microinjection, wherein a cell is held in a place with a pipette under a microscope and a foreign DNA is injected directly into the nucleus using the fine needle. So these are the references. Thank you.